Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to our very first session, our session zero of what will become Rapscallion. I will let Deirdre explain what the game is as I do last minute fixes to the overlay. We're missing a few pronouns. So, Deirdre, why don't you explain to us what the game and the concept is, and then we'll go around the table, introduce ourselves. We are not playing any characters yet for the moment. So, what you see on the overlay are our actual names and pronouns.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. So this is a project that I came up with because I am a nerd and random things come to me at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I turn to my friends and I say, "Yeah, we should do that," which is great, and I love that. So I wrote a game. It's a Descended from the Queen game called Captain Blood's Odyssey, which is a hack of For the Queen and Raphael Sabatini's book 1922 novel Captain Blood. And I said, I love Descended from the Queen games. I love the stories I love the characters and the way they work. And then I'm like, but I want to play a game with those characters. And then I found a PBTA game called Rapscallion from Magpie Games. And I was like, we should take the Descended from the Queen game that I wrote and use that for character creation in session 0, and then play a a game of Rapscallion, which you can find from Magpie Games. It is a wonderful PBTA game. I don't have that URL handy at the moment, but I'll find it for you all. So today, the players, for the most part, are going to go around and play the Descended from the Queen, Captain Blood's Odyssey. And I will be taking notes and building NPCs as we go. And this way, all of the characters have built in the backstory of this ship and this crew of pirates in the Caribbean in late 1600s. And we'll see what the story comes next week as we take those characters and I get to do interesting things with them.
You were going to say to them.
You put that word in my mouth. I didn't say it.
The horniness has already begun.
Yep, it is morning. Hi, well, welcome back. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Deirdre, at Deirdre Donlan on Twitter, Praxgorth as Meophoria, as you see me around on Twitch. I also answer to Prax. And I get to be relatively simple in this game, which is good. And then I get to have all the chaos next week. You good, Simon?
Yeah, I am. Why?
Okay, I was just wondering if you needed me to show more.
No, actually, I just finished putting all the pronouns on the overlay. So let's go, without further ado, let's go around the table. Introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, and that's about it. Name, pronouns, and maybe what you're most looking forward to in this upcoming campaign. Let us begin with top of the overlay, so we'll do clockwise. And thus we'll begin with Lindy.
Is me. Hi, that's me. I'm Lindy. Pronouns she, her, and I am probably most looking forward to scallywags, rapscallions, the fresh sea air, and boats.
Yeah. Thanks for joining the campaign, Lindy.
Thanks for having me. First campaign on your channel. I'm very excited.
That is true. We've only rarely gotten the chance to play together. And I am Simon at Wandering DM, he, him pronouns, and I am looking forward to sharp wit, sea shanties, and probably some degree of horniness. Shauna, you're up.
Hey, Shauna, Flanksters on Twitter, she, her, artist, jump gameplay. I'm looking forward to just playing in a pirate game. I have not played in a pirate game before, so I am very, very excited.
Glad to have you here, Sean. I think this is your second time on the channel, right?
Yeah, think so. Yeah. Yes.
And we'll move on to the other side of the overlay with our part of our regular cast of Saturday players. And we'll begin with Alyssa.
Everyone, Alyssa, she, her pronouns or shrug emoji pronouns because, gender is stupid, but that's fine. I am super looking forward to sea shanties, swashbuckling, and lots of rum.
And last
The
but
rum
not...
is always gone.
Which I wonder what's in that
I
cup of
won't
yours.
stand for that. I'm immediately putting it in my backstory that there is always rum somewhere.
And last but certainly not least, Quentin.
So some things I am Dragon, chat, Twitter, I don't know, lots of video games. He, him. I'm excited. So there's this weakness called Spice Eater. You're compelled to partake of spice at any available opportunity until sated. The drug leaves you aroused and excited. That's what I'm excited for. Lots of spice. Or lack of.
Spicy.
This is going to be a very spicy game. Badoomch. Hey, so.
Hey, it's good. Hi. Yay. So, did you want to do any other shilling, Simon?
Oh, yeah, sure, because we have sponsors. They're not on the overlay at the moment, but they will in a few moments. I would just like to take a moment to thank Magen Press, our regular sponsors here on Wandering DM. Magen Press are makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. Check them out at store.magenpress.com and use code WanderingDM to get 15% off. Furthermore, you can also get their new book, Fantastic Felines, which is all about cat-based monsters and cat pun-based monsters. I would like to thank Found Familiar, the coffee company, which make delicious coffee, which also might incidentally be mixed with whiskey over the course of this campaign. Or water for terms of services. I said water, whiskey, it's just apple juice.
Same thing.
Yeah. And check them out, foundfamiliar.com. You can use code WanderingDM to get 10% off your purchases. And if you order for $50 or more, you get free shipping in the continental United States. Furthermore, our other sponsor is, of course, Roll20, the platform that we're using currently for this game. You'll notice that with our Session 0 today, you can do a lot more with Roll20 than just rolling dice. This is a prompt-based game, a prompt-based card game, and that you can even do so with customized decks on the virtual tabletop that is Roll20. Check them out at roll20.net or in the panel down below. Lastly is our partners through the Diceomancy program, Level Up Dice, if you want to get shiny math click-clack rocks, if you want to get dice made out of stone, semi-precious stone, or metal. Check them out down below, the purple torch or the link in chat. Whew! Now I'm done.
Now you're done. There we go. Yes, also, I want to give, speaking of Roll20 and the wonderful things you can do with it, I want to give a major shout out to our dear friend over Jim Otherdock, who actually helped me build this deck and put it into Roll20 and helped me do all the macros on this. So yay, thanks Jim, you are fabulous, we love you. And you, all of the times you get to talk to yourself. So the way this game works is I get to mostly sit back and just ask questions, which is effectively what we're going to do. I'm just going to sit back and ask questions as we do this. Everyone else is going to pull cards. So we start with the rules deck. And we'll just keep going in the same order that we started. So, Lindy, if you could draw the first card from the rules deck.
Yes.
And read it out for everyone. And then, yeah, there you go.
Got it. I figured it out.
Oh no, wait, that's not the first card. Hold on. Why is that not in the right order?
I tried.
No, somebody shuffled them. Great. All right. Well, hold on. Let me make sure these are not shuffled. Okay, that one is not. Okay, so I'm just gonna choose cards and lay them out, and you can read them aloud.
Okay.
Because
You know, sounds
somebody
like fun.
shuffled the rules. Somebody shuffled the rules, and that would be a pain in the butt to fix right now.
It wasn't me. I don't even have that option. Here we go. Read rules. Read these rules aloud. Each player taking a turn.
You nailed it. It was so good.
Thanks.
Bravo.
Tried real hard.
I must say that coffee tastes even better with Wandering DM search for dandelion mug.
Ooh, you got yours.
It took me a while.
Nice. Yeah, shipping was a bit long on. I got my shirt.
Shipping on everything is taking a while right now.
Yeah. But hey, it was for a good cause.
Okay. Here we go. That's the next one. So next up. Who is next on the overlay? Simon.
That would be me. When a player draws a question card, they have 3 options.
There we go.
Read it aloud and answer it from the character's viewpoint.
Pass it to the next player in turn order, saying, I'd like to hear your answer to this question.
Alyssa, your sound is a little low.
Oh, hold on. Push it on my end.
Tap the X card or otherwise indicate the card is being X-carded and draw another one to replace it. Deep breath on that one.
Yeah. Whew. A player who answers a question card may do so as simply or as elaborately as they wish. Other players may make suggestions or ask follow-up questions, and the one who drew the card can accept those suggestions or answer those questions to whatever extent they prefer.
A player who received a passed card may answer it, X-card it, or pass it the same way the original player did. The original player's turn is now over, and the player who received the passed card's turn will be over when they pass or answer it.
X-carding a card does not end the player's turn. They draw the next card and continue. Players can also X-card prompts that are drawn by other players or any other content that arises during the game. The X card removes content from the game and does not need to be explained or justified by the one who used it.
So, those are the rules. Are there any questions about the rules?
We need to start from the beginning.
You'll figure it out, Quentin.
Them
Or you won't.
police.
It's fine. Ooh. We have a little loud on the effects, apparently.
Yeah, I am trying to put them lower, but I might not be able to, so... Oh no, I might be able to.
Oh, cool. I honestly can't hear them, so I don't know. Alright, so those are the rules. What I will do is recall all of those. And get rid of the rule deck for right now. Then we have the setting. So who was the last person with the rules?
I did. I think.
So then just keep going. No, Shauna, you read the X card, right?
Yeah.
So then it's Alyssa.
Oh, is my sound any better? Ooh.
Oh, a little.
Now I hear
Yeah.
the effects.
hear
They
that.
sound lovely.
Now I hear the effects.
I'm
They are a little
transported.
loud.
Okay,
If
so,
you think warm thoughts, it'll help.
yeah. So I'm drawing a setting first.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I put it in your hand, so you just have to take it and put it on the field.
Okay. All right, 1 second. Roll 20 is being mean to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, is it still not working for you, Alyssa? Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Oh, wait.
I was gonna say, I think it showed up.
No, it did the same thing again.
Did it really?
It did, and I don't know why.
Oh dang.
I will fix it. You know what? I checked, and it did. So I'm just going to do it this way, because I know the order of this one. Duh. I wrote this, by the way, guys, so I should know this.
The Caribbean, 1688. Is this still me?
Yeah, go ahead and read this one too, because you just, gave the date and time.
The sea is rich with Spanish galleons, French frigates, and British merchant ships.
Really sounds like we should just plunder the British.
I mean,
Come on, Quentin, you're up next. Right? Is that right?
Mhm.
Yes.
You are crew members who escaped a penal slavery with Captain Blood a mere 3 years ago.
Oh crap! I did the wrong order. Oh well. So this one, it was supposed to be that one, and then the sea is rich with Spanish galleons, French frigates, and British sailing ships.
we get
And
the
then
picture.
because
It works.
I'm sorry.
it's early. It's fine. We're table setting. We're good.
We're table setting. Simon,
And
or no, Lindy. Sorry, I can't. I'm doing things.
okay. And these ships make for ripe pickings for the pirates under the command of the infamous Captain Peter Blood.
Mhm.
He would be so edgy if he was not that good looking.
Or if his name wasn't Peter.
Or blood.
Oh, Blood's edgy.
It's okay.
But the political
then-
changes in What?
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
But the political changes in Europe have begun to have an effect in the warm waters of the Caribbean.
Rumors of war between France and England have been growing daily.
If England calls for aid, will you accept their pardon?
And that is the question. Well, let's find out in this game.
The beacons are lit. England calls for aid.
But really? Alright. Hold on. I have to do one thing first. And then you can just... Cool. I have it. I'm just going to do this way because I've set it and it works and it won't break this time. So now we have the setting. And it's set in the Caribbean, 1688. Captain Peter Blood has an armada of pirate ships at this point. So you are a crew of at least one ship that belongs to his armada. And tied to the political situation and some complex questions. So, are we ready to dive into the fun that will begin? Oh, we lost an Alyssa for a moment.
Oh no.
Sorry, internet's doing that thing that it does.
Yep. All right. So, let us dive into the story then that we are going to build. Alyssa, you read the last one, right?
Yes.
So now it's, hey, Quentin,
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
why did you join the rebellion against James II in 1685?
Ooh. Wait, which side is James II on?
He's the royalist king of England. He's also a Catholic steward.
Why did I join?
You know?
For booty. Take that however you wish.
Wow, we're just going hard right from the beginning, aren't we?
Yep. And now anyone can ask him any questions to attempt to clarify that
One wasn't.
statement.
No. Did not see this coming.
Well, here's my question: you went for booty, but did you get booty?
I have not received the booty yet.
Did you want English or French booty?
Oh, probably leaning more towards French booty.
Okay. I
We.
think this
Okay,
clarifies
there's
the
a-
type
there-
of booty we're talking about. All right.
There's a
Excellent.
reason to be fighting. There's a reason for you to have been exiled and transported from England. Does anyone have any further questions about?
Why was booty the one thing that got you to sign on?
This rebellion?
Let me think. How can I still keep this vague? Personal glory?
Okay. Anyone else have any questions they want to ask about that?
No, I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
Cool. Great thing. I get to skip myself and then just,
Yep.
Lindy.
How does my presence harm the captain's reputation among the crew? Well, that's mostly due to my reputation, let's be honest. Yeah, I'm pretty notorious for multiple things.
We just out of curiosity, and that's out of game as well. Are we going with the same Captain Blood as like in the books, in the movies? Okay, so his reputation is like that of a fair gentleman pirate.
Yes, his reputation is as a fair gentleman pirate who, okay, backstory, a short TLDR on Captain Peter Blood. If you really want to go read it, go read the book. It's a great thing. Or go watch the movie with Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland. It is fabulous. And swashbuckling and swords. It's a pretty good. Peter Blood was an Irish mercenary who ends up fighting for the English against the Dutch in the mid 1600s, or like 1660, 1650. He then decides that he's tired of killing people and becomes a doctor and a surgeon. A very, very good one. There is a rebellion in England where basically Dr. Peter Blood is like, I don't care what side of the politics you're on, I'm going to treat you. Unfortunately for him, that ends up meaning he treats some of the rebels, and the English government doesn't like that because they're the English. And James II is a Stuart. So what do you expect? And he ends up, but the government decides that they need, instead of executing these rebels, they decide to transport them as plantation slaves to Jamaica. And Peter Blood manages to, using his doctor's skills, get in good with the governor of Jamaica, and proceeds then to plot an escape with his fellow Englishmen and go on a scourge of piracy. He is well known for his gentleman pirates, his articles of piracy brotherhood, where there are very strong lines that he will not tolerate. The treatment of prisoners is one of them. The share of equal gold amongst the party is another one. And he is well respected among pirates. But he has a large fleet at this point, and now you are all a member of this fleet of pirates. So how does your presence harm the captain's reputation among the crew?
Then, yeah, my question for Lindy is, which part of the captain's reputation do you harm the most?
Ooh. Probably him being, gentlemanly and noble.
You're going to
Fair.
try to outgood Captain Blood.
Or
No, I'm just that bad.
Mmm.
The fact that he has me on his crew is not great for his reputation.
Now, we can all ask a question, Deirdre?
Multiple questions.
Yep, everyone can ask as many questions.
What was the worst notorious thing that you did?
Probably the string of serial murders.
That'll do it.
With one eye open.
as though we weren't already doing that.
Amongst the ship or in a town?
Just on the ship.
Just like
We got this murderer on the ship. Like
if you go to other
already not-
ships. Yeah, it's like,
I already don't sleep great. Just
There's like less and less people on the ship, and we're like, there's definitely a murderer, but it can't be any one of us.
it's just like it's the least important. Go.
Yeah, not on the ship, before I joined the crew.
Okay.
Though, I will say just not this ship.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
I guess my thing is if one of the many things you're known for is this serial murder thing, is joining up with Captain Blood a way to either free yourself from the penal colony and go back to being a serial killer, or are you looking for redemption?
Undecided.
Something to discover.
Mhm.
Always good
Unknown.
Always good to have things to discover.
I'm gonna have one last question. Well, for me anyway. Whoa, what was that?
This is our impending doom.
Yar, it be rum time.
From a clock.
Do you have an outstanding bounty on your head?
I don't.
Okay.
Let's rephrase that. Do you have an outstanding bounty on your head aside from being a member of Captain Blood's crew?
Yeah, I meant
Yeah.
for like what you did in the past.
I don't. My accomplice does.
Oh.
Good to know.
Do you have an outstanding booty?
Yes. 100%. It's been called an masterpiece.
No
So-
more questions, Your Honor.
That's good. The judge has a question in this case, because I need to know: does your have you thought of a gender or identity for your accomplice? As I
Working
start
on
building
it.
NPCs.
I've made them now, so I will let you know more information as I
Yeah.
discover it.
Exactly. Just when you guys do that, just make little notes, because then I'll start building the NPCs document out of this. Right then, I think it's Simon.
The life of a pirate has made you wealthy. Haha! Why do you feel shame for that? Oh. I feel ashamed. I feel shame for my wealth because it's not something that I know belongs to me. It's liberated wealth, and I should not keep it. And I think that's what leads me to spending it all, not keeping it as much as possible. I set out to do something honest and right, and that doesn't really sit well with him at the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please mark your clocks. It is exactly 44 minutes and 11 seconds since we started this game, and Simon has created the sad boy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just created someone who would like to have, like, an honest job. And he didn't.
No, that was a sad boy line. And we appreciate it. Any questions for the wonderful Simon?
Because you feel guilty about this ill-claimed money, do you spend most of it for charity or other things then, or do you still keep it for yourself?
I spend it mostly on myself. Whoa. D disappeared. And now everyone's crooked.
Sorry, something burped. Internet
Happens.
went weird. Zoom did something weird. I don't know.
Alright.
I
Give me...
it.
I know that
Okay,
feeling.
I'm Shauna now. Woo.
Yeah, all right.
I'm Deirdre.
Oh, the power has... I'm Lindy. I got the good ass now.
All right, the Kraken
Ariel.
appears. Roll initiative.
No.
Can I...
We'll
I
set
want
the
to
mass
befriend
murderer
the
loose.
Kraken.
I'd like to take a crack at that ass. I'm gonna go
Oh,
throw
dear
myself
God.
into the ocean now.
This is sad.
Alright, we're back.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So what was the question
there-
again?
The question is,
Oh
do
yeah,
any of you have a
redistribution of wealth.
Yeah.
Spend it mostly on myself, but he has he tries to oh man, do I go full on? All right. He
Go big or go home,
always
Simon.
sends part of his ill-gotten booty to an orphanage in Havana. Because he conned the lady in charge of the orphanage into thinking that he was a rich dandy from Spain, and that with his not retainer fee, but his like the money his parents give him, like allowance, I guess.
Yeah.
That he would like take care of her and the orphanage, while in reality it's like the ill-gotten booty that we plunder. He takes part of it and secretly sends it to Havana. I have to write all that down.
All right. I have a question.
Yeah.
Does he let those thoughts be known to anybody in the crew, or is this something that he keeps to himself?
Definitely keeps to himself. He does not want others to... He needs to fit in.
I have a question about this NPC you've just created.
Oh, yeah.
Is she a nun or is she a school teacher you've attempted to seduce?
Oh, definitely a nun.
Did you attempt to seduce the nun?
I'm
That was my question.
I've taken her down a strange path where she's gonna start questioning the teachings that she received as a nun.
Thank you. Anyone else have a question?
No, good.
I'm glad. Then we have Shauna.
All right. What about England do you dream of most? Ah. She misses the good life that she had in England, where she was shipped out here. I imagine that she was somewhat well-to-do, like a daughter of a rich merchant or something like that.
What happened?
Oh, she started seeing things, talking to voices, bizarre activities, and she became a problem for her parents. And while they had many daughters, they could get rid of one quietly and keep the reputation of the family. So they shipped me off, and here I am.
What exactly did your parents do? And do you think we might plunder one of their ships one day?
Oh, let's do it. Let's just make them like, yes, in trading. Let's make it, yeah, since we're here, let's make it like sugar or something, like something that's easily around here.
I like it.
Would like to get back at them one day.
You're one of many siblings. Do you have any contact with any of your sisters?
I've sent letters secretly, but no replies. Parents probably absconded with them. I don't know. Never hurts to try.
Were you the oldest, like set to like inherit like all of your parents' wealth, or? And that's why they were like, we really need to like ship this one off somewhere and just forget about it.
Yes, the problem one, the oldest one.
Any other questions? Well then. Next up is Alyssa.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You have sworn vengeance against a French pirate. Why do I hate them? Why don't I hate this French pirate? Is it that he's pompous? Is it that he always smells of cheese? Is it that he stole my rum? It's all those things in one. This pirate and I, it's like, I'm trying to think of a good rivalry example, but it's very much one that it could have been, we could have either ended up great friends or sworn enemies, and we've definitely landed in sworn enemy territory. They are the Draco Malfoy to my Harry Potter. They are the Dwight to my Jim. I loathe this French bastard with all of my heart. And even though it has nothing to do with Captain Blood's mission, I look for every French ship just on the off chance that I can challenge this smarmy bastard to a duel.
What's his name?
Jacques Cousteau.
Love it. How would you feel if someone beat you to it?
like my life had been upended because I really, really want to be the one that stabs him.
Cool.
You know, like I said, it could have been great friendship, or it could have been sworn enemies, and I want to be the one that sees it through.
On his button-up shirt, how many buttons does he always leave undone?
There are no buttons here. It's all laces.
He's very much the like full chest hair out kind of guy. He would be good looking if I didn't hate him so much.
Any sexual tension?
Too much. Which makes it even more fun when we square off in battles of wits and swords. But I will end him. I will fondue him one day.
What set off this path of vengeance with this French captain?
I think we were both young privateers together, and sort of in that same way of people coming up on a ship together, just sort of we're both trying too hard to be gold star people and trying to rise in the ranks together, and it started friendly enough. I think also just the sexual tension thing, it's one of those, I don't know if one scorned the other first. At this point, it's been such a long history of duels and barbed wits that who can even remember anymore. But this is a many years long feud.
There's apparently a cat.
Found Jacques.
Yes, I just went with the first French name I could think of, and this is our
I
boy
like
now.
it. Jacques Cousteau.
It's okay. I'm building out the dock for you. Have the image ready to go. You'll see in a minute. All right. That brings us to Quentin.
I'm ready.
Here you go, Quentin. Here you go.
The captain needs you for a skill only you can provide to the crew. What is it?
Please say, please say
get...
booty.
No, that's Lindy. I guess I kind of talked about being the navigator. So, you know what? I'll just roll with that. Like, I am a very good helmsman.
But can you parallel park a ship?
No.
Noted.
He navigates. He doesn't drive.
I thought the helmsman was the one at the helm. The one that...
The helmsman
pilots
is
the
at the
ship.
helm, but that's not the navigator.
He's both. He's so talented.
Maps and
Multi-talented.
a sextant as I'm
Oh, God.
staring at the horizon.
Oh, you're a nerd.
And that's why I want booty.
Please don't make me
I
spit my
can't
coffee on my
breathe over
keyboard.
here.
Hi all, welcome.
Point me toward that booty.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you draw booty on the map with your sextant and your pencil? And why do we keep... Why do we keep going in a weird oblong shape all the time?
Yes, I do draw booty on the map. As for what booty it is, I'll just leave that to the imagination. Might be like, random treasure chests or something else somewhere. And traveling in an oblong shape, you just have to go where the wind takes you.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any treasure maps that you've discovered or have been handed down to you?
Yes, but it might not. lead us to like what it would be a treasure, but it might be only treasure for me.
Okay.
So when the captain's like, all right, crew, like, what do we do next? I'd be like, hey, Captain, how about we go here?
Good to know. Good to know. Anyone else?
Where did you learn to be such a good navigator?
I was a part of the Royal Navy. I'll say that I used to work for old King James. Was royally trained.
I love this because the fun part about in the book, there is actually a character who was a member of the Royal... Two characters who are members of the Royal Navy. One who is the Navigator, and he is the best friend to Captain Peter Blood.
Nice.
Suck up.
I know.
You got to do what you got to do for the booty. Like, it's...
Yep. And then, wow. Lindy.
Yes.
Ooh.
You once committed a horrible crime in defense of a crew member. Why does it haunt you? Well, the crime was murder. And the reason it haunts me is because I hadn't murdered anyone since the string of serial murders I had before the penal colony.
Oh no.
And my accomplice wasn't even there, so it was different. It was in defense of someone else. It wasn't, it was reactive, not proactive. Shook me a little bit.
Which crew member were you defending?
Let's see. I was defending... I was probably defending our navigator. Because we gotta know where to go. And he's a nerd, so, Not,
very helpless.
Doesn't look like the most self-defensive type.
Under similar circumstances, would you do it again? Knowing what you know now?
Knowing what I know now? I think so.
And what circumstance brought you to defensively kill someone for the sake of our dear navigator?
Well, we were close to the Bermuda Triangle, and I've heard bad things about that place, and I really didn't want to head there without a navigator. Sounded like a bad idea.
Are there any, besides the act haunting you, are there any other ill effects that came from this particular murder? Like someone close to the person you murdered, out for revenge, or is this where a bounty would have come from?
I don't think so. This wasn't a terribly liked person that I murdered, and just yeeted him overboard afterwards. And because it was during a storm, so no one really, only the navigator and I know what happened. And I haven't talked.
Ooh, so many juicy things coming from this. I have a question for our wonderful murderess.
Yes.
Are you concerned about the navigator talking?
Not terribly, because he looks pretty squishy too. So if he does talk, I think he knows what's coming for him.
Okay. I support all of
just make unbroken eye contact as you throw that guy overboard. Like,
Assert dominance now. That's all I'm saying. Assert dominance now when playing games with Quentin.
Just intense eye contact, finger to the lips, and a nod.
I think my character name is going to be Jimmy the Squealer.
oh no!
We'll find that out. We'll
He's
find that
mute.
out.
Don't make me make you squeal, Jimmy.
Jimmy lost his tongue in 1652.
It's so weird. How crazy how that happened, right?
It's 30 years ago.
I know.
All the things.
We were young cabin boys. It's all right.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Hey, Simon.
Like get all the murder cards. No, that's it.
No, there'll be more. There'll be more. Don't worry.
You once saw the captain express anger towards a prisoner. Why did this make you respect him more? Because it's Aaron Flynn. Errol Flynn. No, but it showed that despite Blood's brotherhood rules and the code that we're supposed to follow, that even he can sometimes misstep. And it shows that our admiral is, because at this point, when we're mentioning the captain, we're talking about Blood though, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes, you're talking about, in this case, anytime it mentions the captain, you're talking
It's
about Blood, even though he's would be effectively an admiral because he has a number of ships under his command.
Okay.
Or a pirate king even. He never took that title. He just stayed captain.
Okay. So yeah, it just showed that Blood is human like all of us. And that sometimes it's okay to make a mistake. And if Blood himself can make a mistake sometimes and nothing bad comes out of it, maybe I can make a mistake sometimes and nothing will come out of it.
How did Blood express his anger to this prisoner?
He backhanded slapped them for a comment they made about the daughter of the governor of Jamaica.
So what's your big mistake?
What, me? I'm innocent.
Likely story.
No, I actually, because I crave adventure, like, to a certain degree, I've been giving away our position from time to time to English Navy ships, just so we could have a fight.
Does anybody else know about this?
Not the Navigator.
All the secrets go to Navigator.
You know what? I'll roll a
Yeah, just
d4.
do it.
I'll roll a d4. Lindy 1, Quentin 2, Alyssa 3, Shauna 4. Quentin knows about it.
Oh no!
I guess we
The
just
Navigator.
decided Quentin's the fall guy.
Doom. Too many secrets. If he has too many secrets, he can't say anything.
No. Like I'm up late at night, like staring at maps and like trying to navigate. And people just stumble in all like
Coming in.
rum drunk, and they're like, you know what?
I need to tell you an important secret, boy.
I've been giving our position to everybody.
And
It
nerds
doesn't
working.
No,
matter.
I think it's not that I gave Quentin away my secret. Is that Quentin knows because of how good of a navigator he is, that
Ooh.
some of the routes that we should take, like he doesn't necessarily know it's me, but he knows that
He knows
someone
someone.
has been doing it.
Arg, there be a rat aboard the ship.
Keep telling you we should get a cat. There's so many rats.
My name
Oh.
is Mousy Mickey.
How
No,
are
I
you?
can't.
Hoo-hoo!
It-
A
Lindy,
masculine
Lindy.
lover! Hoo-hoo!
How are
Lindy.
you dropping hints?
Lindy,
Yes.
Oops, sorry.
it's that other Mickey's birthday today.
Oh. That is funny.
Sorry.
Ironic.
I'm okay. Ironic.
Shauna, you had a question for me.
How exactly are you letting the British Navy know?
I still have friends in the Navy. And sometimes when we're in port, I will discreetly leave them a message to know, like, the general direction where we're headed. Like, not the exact, because I don't want them to ambush us. But I want them to sort of see us in the distance and know that, like, a fight is coming, and that gets the blood pumping. I like pumping.
Huh?
Just put that on Simon's gravestone, please.
So is this member of the Royal Navy a just crew member, or is it an officer?
Sorry, what is he? What?
Is this member of the Royal Navy a crew member or an officer?
I'm gonna say an officer.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know yet. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the rank and all that, but
That's okay. I've got that.
okay,
It just helps with images.
okay.
We'll figure it out. Thank you. Good to know. Cool. Anyone else? Right. Why is this? Here we go. There we go. That did something weird. Hey, Alyssa. Or Shauna.
Oh
So
boy.
fitting.
And of course, remember, you can always pass a card at any time,
Own.
and you can always X a card at any time.
Because I'm a heretic and a witch.
That was very direct.
Yeah.
I have a very important question here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lost an Alyssa, and there she is. No. I have a very important question here. When you say heretic, are you saying that because you're a Protestant and the government of the country is currently Catholic, or are you just saying it because you're straight up anti-Christian heretic?
Yeah. Second ladder.
Okay, good. Just, you know, it's an important distinction.
Mm-hmm.
It's a-
Yeah. It's good to make that distinction, but yes.
Does the crew know?
Yes, the crew definitely knows.
Cool.
There might be rumors from the other ships, but the crew definitely knows.
Do you feel safer because we know?
Yes. Because it makes me feel frightening. Because otherwise she's fairly small. And like, why is she on a pirate ship? Yeah, and she deals in dark terrors.
Do you think the crew knowing, like, do you find that the crew is scared of you? Are they comfortable with you because they know? Like, what's the general vibe with the crew in general? Not necessarily with us individually, but like, how do you think the crew views you?
I think it's respect and fear, because she does things that make their lives easier. It solves certain problems for them.
Do people in England fear you more from your witchcraft, or just the fact that you may be a rumored pirate now?
Oh,
Like, has news that you're a pirate gotten back, or is it, the daughter of that family was maybe a witch?
oh, it's still probably definitely the witch, but I'd like to see what that added reputation as pirate. It's gone back home.
Well then.
I would have another question. Do we know of any other witches because of you?
Ooh.
Like part of a coven, maybe, or...
I would yeah, you know what? Yes. We'll say yes. There's probably some that worship the same dark entity in the sea that I communicate with time to time once we reach ports.
Cool. I have a witch coven. I like
Yes,
this.
yes. Hell yes. Tropical witch coven.
God, I love that so much.
Oh god.
You know what one of those witches is going to be. You know who one of those witches is going to be, right? Okay, good. Any other questions? Okay, Lissa.
God damn it!
Nice!
You can always pass a card!
I know, I'm gonna read this out and I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna answer this or pass this one. You have feelings for another member of the crew. Who is it? Hold on. I'm gonna flip really fast and see if I answer this or pass this. Okay, I'm answering it. All right, we're just gonna lean in. I think it's not that I am very much uncomfortable with feelings in general that are not just like the hearty respect of my crew and fellow mates and my captain and everything. But part of the reason that I joined with Captain Blood to begin with was just a big, solid, schoolgirl, terrible crush on Captain Blood. Just... It's a, do I want to be him or do I want to be with him? And it's one of those things that I would never admit it out loud, and not even the Navigator knows. You're free of this burden.
Navigator's just the rumor monger for this entire shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell that gossipy bitch. No, so I don't think, I think I refuse to accept that those feelings are even a part of me, but I 100% have it bad for Captain Blood.
Nice.
I mean, he is played in this instance by Errol Flynn, so yes.
Yeah. Dude's hot.
Okay. Anyone have any questions about that?
Would Captain Blood be able to get you to do a task that he wouldn't normally ask? So if he were to like ask me to go on like a super dangerous mission, I'd be like, no way. But would you be more apt to accept it because of this like infatuation?
I would absolutely. Well, I would already be down for danger anyway because that's just who I am. Like I absolutely. I'm all about getting into on the danger and everything, and leaning in to going after terrible beasts and adventure and all that kind of thing. But I think there are things that, like, if he asks, like, hey, maybe don't kill that guy, or hey, next time you're doing this, do this for me, like, I would be more willing, more amenable to the task.
Does Captain Blood know?
Absolutely not, because I don't even really know the truth that I have these feelings. And if he knows, he's being very, very, like, gentle with me and not, like, making a thing of it.
Does that make you more liable to tell on us to the captain?
No, crew first.
Okay.
I want that pirate booty.
Is there someone that you hate because of it? This is infatuation cause you to hate someone, maybe another favorite, another rival.
I think there's a general jealousy amongst anybody that catches the captain's eye.
Ooh.
Oh.
But,
Ooh.
but not like
Ooh.
I think it's much the same as Jacques Cousteau, where I think it's, because I want to be the favorite and I want to be the best. It, like, anything that involves, like, anyone that, like, catches the captain's eye and, like, earns his favor, it's like, well, I want that. I want to be the favorite.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. That was a good one.
I muted myself. Okay, so I like it. Yay. That brings us to hey, Quentin.
Why do you still dream of the first ship you raided? It was a French merchant ship, and they were also transporting, in my eyes, like the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. Like, for some reason, just something about her was just like hearts appeared above her head and like boop, 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 just popped. And then after, we took the cargo that we wanted, it sailed away, and I haven't seen it since.
So you're dreaming after that woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where was the ship from?
France.
So you haven't seen the ship at all since, you haven't seen her anywhere since. But, like, what was what specifically stood out about her?
Probably, like, because we weren't taking prisoners, it was just cargo. So probably just, like, her regalness. Like, she was probably, like, she's probably in, like, normal, like, traveling attire, but I saw her in, like, full ball gown, like, corset, like, big fluffy dress.
Her ankles showing just a little bit.
Yeah, like the
Those
wind just like
shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a question/suggestion, and feel free to exit if you don't want to. I'm just about to create a whole lot of drama. Why did this French lady turn into a nun who runs an orphanage?
And I don't know about it yet?
Yeah.
Huh. She totally did. Yes. Yes. Why? Maybe after we... Okay, because she doesn't know you're a pirate, right?
No, she doesn't.
Maybe after we raided her ship, she just got such a fear in her that she had to turn to a life of religion to get over it. And she just hated pirates ever since.
I am getting flashbacks to the place that we read. That's all I'm thinking about.
I love all of this so goddamn much.
Oh, good.
Yes, I'm so happy.
I am intrigued that this French girl ended up a nun in a Spanish
Orphanage.
convent.
It works. It's
Orphanage.
yeah.
Well, I mean, she's in
Convent
Havana. It's
Which is a
Spanish
Spanish
territory.
colony.
Yeah, it's a Spanish
But there's-
colony, but she
There's
can...
also nothing to say that she's not a Spanish girl that was just on this French ship.
On the French boat.
Oh, that works. We can
Yeah.
make that works. That works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She
mean,
could be
there'd
half French, half Spaniard.
She could be.
Okay, well that helps me figure. I might have to change.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
have to change that image now. Okay.
Ooh.
No further questions from me.
No, that's
Spicy.
No, I am thrilled at the level of just sheer drama that is going to come out of this.
Oh my god.
It's like Quentin and Simon give me toys, and I love it.
Holy.
Okay. Next up is Lindy, right?
Yeah, it's me. That's
Another
me.
murder.
Why do you fear another member of the crew?
Ooh. I don't. Magic's scary. So, Shauna's a little scary. I was told magic isn't real, and then I met Shauna, and then I was like, oh, I don't know anymore, and I'm spooked. So, that's why.
What spell or magical effect that Shauna did that got you spooked? Like, that's cemented in your psyche that magic is real and it is something to be afraid of.
Is this your card?
Honestly, I think it was something terribly mundane, but what? No. Like that kind of thing. It wasn't anything like a big show of power or anything terribly scary. It was something super mundane. Oh, purified this water or whatever, so we're not gonna die of thirst before we get to port.
Oh, one of the things in the playbook was a tarot card. Did I just do a reading for it and just scared the hell?
Yeah, you did a tarot reading, and it just spooked me to no end. Just something super mundane. Maybe not even magic was involved, but I believe it was. And yeah, just the concept that it's there.
Good to know. Good to know. Building in this drama already. Fun
Also-
things getting.
So if it was just a tarot reading, it wasn't magic. It was just like a general practice, like spreading the cards out and thinking, right? Like
Yeah, probably.
nothing scary at all.
No, nothing scary at all, but I found it terrifying.
Rolling the bones, with the seagull heart,
Spooky, so spooky. and then the other my other crewmates confirm, oh no, yeah, definitely does magic. I'm like, oh. Confirmed, it does magic. Is spooked.
If magic is confirmed, then spook equals true.
That's not circular logic at all. Anyone else have any questions?
Oh, one thing. So we had the character. Is your character religious at all?
Kinda, sorta. Not really sure. They go along with the practices, but I don't know if they fully buy into them.
I support all this. Are you more religious after having experienced this encounter with a actual witch?
Probably a little bit. I think now, wears a crucifix compared to before did not.
Something you liberated off of a Spanish galleon?
Yeah, maybe. You know, the nearest one. Just the first one I found. It's mine now.
Righteous.
Yep.
Yeah.
But did you kill the man to take his crucifix specifically?
Nah. Unless they really were putting up a fight, in which case maybe accidentally, but I didn't try to.
Is this crucifix identifiable in any way?
Oh!
I think it's a rather plain one. I think it's
Okay.
pretty simple. It's not nothing fancy.
Nope. All right then.
On the back
Probably.
property of.
Yeah, it's probably just like a simple wooden one.
Anyone else? Simon.
The captain knows that you committed a serious crime during the escape from the plantation. Why does he protect you still? Ooh. I broke off of the group, probably jeopardizing the whole escape. Because, and that's my crime, not breaking the group, but what I did after. I went and freed other slaves that didn't have anything to do with us. Breaking people from slavery is a crime in that era. And Blood saw that, you know, my heart was in the right place. That I might be a loose cannon or a chaotic individual, but that, you know, you could count on me to do the right thing. Maybe. Sometimes.
Okay. Okay. So, were these other slaves that you were releasing from the plantation, were they on the same plantation? Were they on a different plantation?
That would be on a different one.
Okay. So you extended the escape beyond the territory of your own
Yeah.
plantation.
If I go with like what happened in the movie, it's just the prisoners from this one plantation that escaped. And in this instance, my character would have gone out of his way to go to a different plantation and mess things up. And he did, you know what? Because he wouldn't be able to stealthily, sneakily free everyone, it had to be something big. He set fire to the whole plantation. That other one.
Yeah.
All that sugar.
So let's add arson to it.
Yeah. Love some good arson.
Do you often disobey orders? If you think it's better.
I mean, orders are just like guidelines, really. More like suggestions.
Do you like arson? Do you enjoy, arson?
My character
We're on
is
a wooden boat.
Yes, I'm just asking.
No, my character is in fact afraid of fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And I think what cemented his fear of fire was that arson he committed.
Mm-hmm.
When he saw that, like, the flames go wild.
Yeah, the dry sugar.
Yeah.
Did anyone else, like amongst specifically us other players, were we in on it? Did we know that you were doing this?
I would say if you would like to, it's not something that he hid from everyone, but he didn't plan it either. He just went on, went on by himself the moment it happened, just like as a spur of the moment thing.
So when the flames between the woman at the orphanage and my character get too hot, you'll run away.
Yes. I am afraid of fire in all its metaphorical definitions. Thus, I am also deeply afraid of redheads.
Oh, well, you'll love me then.
No, but he's only afraid of fire in the literal sense.
Okay. Did anyone... Well, the captain is protecting you. Did anyone of authority notice this arson on a major plantation and possible murder of plantation owners?
Oh yeah, I figured the entire family of the plantation owners was... Yeah, I didn't bar the doors or anything, but I didn't try to save
there's
anyone.
probably some people died. You don't know how many.
Yeah. Let's go with where's the plantation again? Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm. Outside Point Royal. Yeah, in Jamaica.
Then let's go with wait, Jamaica was an English plantation at the time.
Yeah, English, yes, because that's where everyone is sent to because
But
of, rebellion
English-
against the English crown.
Yeah, but the English at this time... Oh, fuck it, the Bishop of Jamaica. That was his family.
The governor or the bishop?
The bishop.
Ooh.
But,
Oh.
like, not his family as in, like, his wife and children. Like, his probably, like, brother or sister. Like, his immediate
niece,
family
nephews.
lived there. Yeah, niece, nephews, and all that.
The bishop of Port Royal? Ooh,
Yeah, the Bishop of
thank
Port
you.
Royal.
Yes.
I would say I'm on fire with all the drama, but then I'd scare myself. So.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on 5. So then it comes to Shauna.
All right, let's see. Oh, why were you hesitant to join the captain's crew? Oh, I Had initial fear of ships. I don't know what the piracy life. Oh, I imagine that she first got in contact with whatever dark entity she's dealing with when she had her family had a trip down to look at the shipping down in Jamaica, and she fell overboard and almost drowned. And she came back with whatever she had with her. And so she had to get over fear of ships initially. And plus she was a noble. She has no idea what being a pirate's like.
So we know why you're hesitant now, but what drew you in to want to join?
Oh. Freedom, spite to my family.
Would you leave if given the chance?
Oh, I like it here.
Okay.
Besides that need to be spiteful to your family, was there anybody on the crew specifically that sort of helped you with your fear of ships and getting over that sort of initial hesitation?
It's just... I would... Yes. I would say it was the captain. The captain was very nice. Pleasant. Treated me like a gentlewoman. Wasn't expecting that, and got me situated with the crew. Comfortable. Feel among them. Everybody loves the captain, I guess. Everybody loves Captain Blood.
Everyone loves
Captain.
Captain Blood.
Captain
That's the
Blood is a
alternate
sexy
title
bitch.
of this session zeros. Everybody loves Captain Blood.
It just wants...
Yeah. No further questions.
No
Me
further
neither.
questions. Then Alyssa.
All right.
Oh.
To
The
further
captain's-
your, you know.
Oh, this ties in well. The captain's skill as a doctor once saved your life. Why did this surprise me? Well, I don't know if it surprised me in the sense of him being skilled as a doctor, because I feel like that is absolutely part of the reason to join up with his crew, is that he is a man of many talents and a gentleman pirate in so many ways. I think it surprised me because this is probably one of the things that like truly set off the I Heart Captain Blood spiral, was being a bit on the brash side, as it were, and getting injured in battle, and having the captain essentially take care of me was probably one of the nicest things any person has ever done for me. And so that kind of, you know, caused the I can hear the bells sort of effect.
So are you the one who engraved I Heart Captain Blood all over the ship?
No, that wasn't me. Okay. And even if it was, I would never tell. But it's not my style.
What did he save you from? Was it like a sickness or a wound, or?
It was a wound. It was yet in the string of fights with Jacques Cousteau. It was yet another. We were having our usual go round in pitiful words, and I made an unfortunate feint when I did not mean to, and he managed to get me right through the shoulder, and I ducked out of the way, and it was Captain Blood who was the one that patched me up and took care of me and made sure it wouldn't get infected.
I have a question,
Ask
but
it now.
No, I cannot. It's too
Wait.
raunchy.
Oh, come on! Go
It's
big or
quarter
go
three.
home, Simon. It's also, we gotta stay on brand.
Was surgery the only time that Captain Blood found himself inside of you?
As of right now, no.
Oh! Oh!
But it was the first one.
Yeah.
Let's
I need a bigger fan.
It's getting warm.
So I think it's one of those things that it is absolutely like the biggest secret that Captain Blood and I have had a few, not too many, and pretty far between nights where the rum flowed generously and the mood was just right. But it was definitely a it's one of those. Probably the dark side of Captain Blood would be him not wanting to make a big deal out of it, and let's not say anything. And it's like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Feelings are dumb, but instead of, it's like, no, I'm fine. I burn, I pine, I perish.
What excuse do you give the rest of the crew when you abscond from the ship to go onto Captain Blood's ship?
I am a wannabe captain. I absolutely feel like I spend a good amount of time, like, not only learning more about what it means to be a leader, but like I do spend a lot of time like discussing plans with him and being involved in sort of the more bigger picture, like where we're going and what we're doing kinds of things. So it is one of the, I spend quite a bit of time in there to begin with, so it's not unusual.
Okay.
We tight.
Oh, you're tight. So friends with benefits?
Yeah. But like I said, the benefits are not that common.
No, they're occasional.
We don't want people to talk, and it's.
Do you know about about Captain Blood's infatuation with Annabelle?
Yeah, I'm very, very aware. I think that's part of why it's always been a little weird with the Friends with Benefits, is that the captain and I have been fairly close, and he tends to confide in me about things, and so I know all about Annabelle.
Oh my god, that's just so sad.
Oh man. Oh.
Did he ever scream out Annabelle's name?
Oh no.
No. Thank God, no.
Okay.
But I know all about her. I know all about his infatuations and the favors he's done for her. I know a lot.
As long as you never compare yourself to Olivia de Havilland, everything's fine.
I dare to dream.
We all do. She's still kicking ass even today at the ripe old age of 103.
I know, it's not even fair. I want to look half that good at age 50, let alone at 103.
Well, this is the point where we're going to take our break. We're going to come back with Quentin and a couple more rounds of fun, juicy juiciness. Are we having fun all?
Oh God, yes.
Yes. Oh, yes. I
Okay.
feel like we could play this game for years with all the content we've created.
Well, we'll be back in a few minutes then.
Yep. Ciao, everyone. See you in a few minutes. Just go get up, hydrate, take some rum. Come back in the mood for some more piratey background adventure. We'll be right back. And we're back, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. So, like we said earlier, we are creating our characters using, Captain's Blood Odyssey, the game that Deirdre made. That's available on itch.io. We're using that to create the background of our characters for our upcoming Rapscallion campaign. And I believe we were at Quentin's turn.
Yep. Hey, Quentin, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta read it.
Why do you sneak into Port Royal regularly? I don't. So I have reasons as to why, but I don't think I need to sneak to do them.
Well, I mean, you're still a pirate and therefore wanted, and Port Royal
Yeah.
is the seat of the English government in the Caribbean.
I already have a
The answer is-
question. He said I don't have to sneak to do them. Who?
I think I am actively paying someone or a company to try to find said woman on said ship from my past. And Port Royal being, you know, a legal good place, and she was obviously a good non-law abiding citizen, that would be a good place to start.
Ooh. So you're sneaking in to try and track down your ghost ship passed in the night. Literally.
Disconnections.
Disconnections. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, were you the girl on the pirate on the ship?
Spotted on a pirate raid.
You,
There-
beautiful woman on a ship.
I was a
Me,
handsome
a pirate
navigator.
that raided that ship.
Look, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but there's
We
just
got-
something between us that I can't.
I can't.
Got off on the wrong side of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
How? So
And-
you're hiring people to track her down? How? Like who are you relying on as contacts?
Gosh. I get maybe. I know a guy who knows a guy who is with probably the governor of Port Royal. Like, you know, like a connection through a connection. Like, hey, like I know somebody who's looking for this woman. Do you know anybody? And then do you know anybody? And then just like the chain just keeps going. And then, you know, somebody inevitably mentions my name and I get caught.
Anyone else? All right,
good.
then. Hey, Lindy.
Yes, me. Ooh. Okay, interesting. I think I'm gonna pass. I don't think my character's super into politics.
Does that mean it gets to me?
It gets to you, and you can either pass or X.
You have a personal hatred for the French crown. Why?
I'm gonna pass too.
Shauna?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with that. One's a hard one.
Like I said, you can pass it or exit.
I'll pass that one because I think I can't see.
So it comes to me then.
It comes to you then.
I already hate one Frenchman. Do I want to be that person that hates all of the French?
Yeah, but this whole thing of like, do you want to be legal, privateer
Do you
against
want to
the French?
hate one
Yeah, do you want
Frenchman, or do you want to hate all the
the
French?
French?
The French crown. And
French
the previous
crown.
Frenchman
Yeah.
is a French pirate, so...
This is still pretty far before the French Revolution, so...
Yeah, about
Yeah.
200 years, 100, no, full 100, 130, 140 years.
Yeah, I think I'll end up. I think I'm gonna end up passing this one too.
All
Unless
right.
that puts it in the X pile already.
No, technically Quentin has the opportunity, and then otherwise we can exit.
I'll exit.
Okay.
All right. That
Just wanted to
Totally
give
acceptable.
anyone the opportunity to have that if they wanted it.
exactly. Then it is Quentin's turn. Why do you miss the Royal Navy, Quentin?
Oh,
That's actually really good.
Perfect. Yeah.
Ooh. While I was a navigator for the Royal Navy and they taught me a lot, it was a secure lifestyle. They were going to provide for me like anything that I wanted or needed, as opposed to being a pirate, and at any moment I could, get the ship blown up or get arrested. They be hanging pirates.
Cool. I will not bring up the most quoted thing about the British Royal Navy ever. Anyone else have any ideas or questions about that?
I'm good on my
Yeah.
end.
Does your character have any feelings, particularly when we attack British ships, Navy ships?
I do have I don't have like their character study yet, but I probably still do have some friends within the Royal Navy that I would probably feel strongly towards, like maybe like an old mentor or like an old captain I used to work under. Yeah. So when we inevitably board their ship, he's like, "What are you doing, you bloody pirate?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry.
I'm the navigator.
I'm just the navigator who knows everything. I don't know."
Okay. In that case, anyone else?
I'm good.
Lindy,
That's me.
as
Other
you
times.
Okay. Someone on the crew saved your life once. Who was it? Okay. Simon's character saved my life because me and my accomplice were imprisoned on that other plantation. And he freed us. And I managed to follow him back, whereas my accomplice did not. I don't know if they're alive or if they're burned in the fire, but yeah, Simon's character is the one who freed me.
Does Simon know this?
I think, yes, Simon knows this. Simon knows they freed me.
Do
Yeah.
you?
No, I was
Go ahead,
gonna say,
Simon.
like, if I freed you, I somehow would have seen your face.
Do you feel indebted to Simon's character? As in, like,
Yes.
you would do him a no questions asked favor?
Yeah, probably.
Is that all you feel?
I mean, maybe, I don't know, just, emotions are complicated.
You're not sure. They're you like
It's just-
him, but you're not sure.
I
It's-
like him. Do I like him because he saved me, or do I like him because, I don't know. It's just, there's a lot. Does he
There's a
like
lot.
me? Who knows? I don't know.
We'll figure it out. There are emotions
Yeah.
involved.
There's emotions. I don't know how to feel about those.
I have a nun suit in my starting equipment. Would you like to put it on?
Oh my god!
Sure. I mean, I guess. Why not, right? It'll
Do you
keep
need
the
this?
maybe it'll keep the witch away.
Oh wow! using sexual roleplay to get away from magic.
But the only thing about is wearing those nun's robes is I hear their habit forming. So maybe I shouldn't put it on too often.
That's a good one.
Oh, Lindy, I love you so much.
This works. Then the next question I have is, have you had your accomplice?
Yes.
Did you have any emotional attachment to them beyond the fact that apparently they helped you kill a bunch of people?
They were kind of like a parental figure in my life.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yep.
Good to know.
Mhm.
Any other questions from the crew? No.
I'm good.
All right then, Simon. Just continuing your on brand.
Oh.
You have disappointed the captain. How does he show that to the crew? Oh my god, yes. Okay. I got drunk one day and decided to play target practice down below deck on some unmarked barrels, whatever. I was so drunk that I kept missing, but the sound was bothering Captain Blood, who was on visit to our ship at the time. And when he saw that I was drunkenly trying to fire at barrels of gunpowder, he took my pistol away, forbade me and forbade the crew to ever give me any firearms whatsoever. I am not allowed to handle gunpowder. I'm not allowed to man the cannons. I'm not allowed anywhere close to something that could be explosive. Because I am unreliable, immature, and a child.
So you're legitimately a loose cannon.
Yes.
God damn it.
Who's afraid of fire? I love it.
But they were unmarked. I didn't know what they were. And I was just completely rum drunk.
What if those barrels had been rum? You need to think about your actions, young man.
I would turn the crew instantly against.
I would have been keelhauled.
The rum is never gone. Were you by yourself firing down there, or was somebody else with you on this escapade?
There were a few crew members, as well as Shauna for some reason.
Yeah, drinks, you know.
If it's okay with you, Shauna.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely.
Did the captain also punish Shauna in any way, or was Captain Blood just mad at you, the one firing at the gunpowder?
I was just like showboating and trying to boast my like skills of accuracy or whatever, or accuracy or whatever. Yeah, everyone else was just cheering and egging me on. Nobody checked the barrels. Or maybe they did, and they expected me to blow myself up.
Ooh, Shauna, did you know it was gunpowder in those barrels?
No, I like Simon's character. No, I don't know what I don't know where stuff's stored, so it's like, you know, could have been a barrel. Like, surely he knows what the ship's like. It's probably fine. That would have killed us all. That would have killed us all for sure.
That is all.
So that is all. Any other questions?
You're not like our sole cannoneer on the ship, right?
Yes, I was. No, I'm not. I'm not even a cannoneer. It's while I'm afraid of like fire and flame, I mean, I've been on this pirate ship for a few years. That the sound of firearms and cannons doesn't bother me. If I hear it, it doesn't bother me. It's if I see it, then it becomes a problem.
Good to know. Good to know.
Also, I was forced to repair all the damage I've done to the below decks.
Yeah.
I would have
That's
helped.
Nice. Thank you.
People are helping. Cool. I believe it's Shauna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shauna.
Ooh. You send a portion of your cut to Europe. Who are you sending it?
I have some ideas if you're...
Oh, yeah, good.
A secret coven within Europe, or maybe you have a favorite younger sister.
How about both?
Gotta support baby sister who's taken after you, walking in your footsteps.
Yeah.
Learn from my mistakes. Here's money.
Impressible younger sister. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Building that witchcraft claim all across.
I'm just gonna answer Jess's message real quick. So this game is made by Deirdre. It's called Captain Blood's Odyssey. It's available on itch.io. Here's the link. And if you want, we're basically using this as the session 0 for a game called Rapscallion, which is a PBTA game made by Magpie Games.
That's what we're doing. Any further questions about
I was gonna say your sister's in a coven. Is it similar to the dark entity that you and the coven you connect with worship, or do they have a different dark patron?
Oh, absolutely, it's the same one. Absolutely.
How long has this been going on? How long has she been involved in this? How recent a development is this?
Oh, I think it's been ever since she got her freedom on this ship. I think that's also who she's sending letters to. Oh, how long? Like years? Yeah.
at least 3 years.
Mhm.
At most 3 years, we should
Nice.
say. So a couple years. That's good. You're sending her money. You're sending her supporting her, baby steps into delving into the dark arts,
Yep.
Yeah, she sends her like a holy Bible on the cover, and then on the inside, it's
I send her
dark
things.
runes.
Oh yeah, I send her like
Trinkets.
trinkets.
And baubles.
Yes.
Yeah.
All good, all good. I cannot make this up anymore, y'all. These are just happening at this point. Hey, Alyssa.
You mean besides that sweet, sweet Captain D?
Yep.
So I think that the captain has been very kind about my rivalries and my general nature of tending to fight things and want to fight things, especially if they're bigger than me, because that's just who I am. I definitely want to be the one that takes down the monsters and things. I think something he gave me after the time he patched me up was, because that was not a particularly great fight for me as an accomplished fencer, he gave me a new sword that actually was like it suited my needs better. It was better balanced, and will let me practice with him sometimes, and that's the second nicest thing anyone has ever done for me.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a custom sword?
Yes. It was made special.
On an alternate timeline, would the captain instead have given you maybe a ship?
Yes. So I would have preferred. The truth is, I accepted this sword because, again, it's a custom sword. But what I really, truly wanted, and the captain knows this, is I want my own ship. I very, very, very much want my own ship.
So what's the first nicest thing someone's ever done for you?
It was the captain saving my life and taking care of me.
Okay. Yeah, I just had to check in because, could have been something really bizarre.
No, it wasn't anything bizarre. It was saving my life and then giving me a nice sword.
He's claimed spots 1 and 2 on nicest things ever done for you.
Yeah, it was a very, low bar to begin with.
Is anyone jealous of the sword? I'm sure other people have gotten shot and didn't get a sword or stabbed.
Oh,
I think so, but I don't. I think I again, discretion has become a part of my relationship with the captain for other reasons. I don't know how many people realize that it's a custom sword. I think maybe they just know that it's a sword that he gave me after mine was damaged. But just like the level of detail of like the customization, I don't know if I would have said anything about it.
If this were a video game, could I press X to doubt?
Well, I don't want to make any assumptions for the rest of the crew, but I don't know like how much is just rumor though of what people realize.
I be spreading rumors.
That's true. You are the gossipy. You are the
gossipy secret keeper.
Alyssa, totally banging captain.
Yeah, but nobody knows that.
Are your notes just a list of gossip?
Honestly, little bit. I'll screenshot it.
I also think it's possible that when I got the custom sword that I took it to Shauna's character because she has magic and asked if there was something magical about this sword because there was something about it that didn't feel right. Like not because just I'm not used to people doing nice things for me, which maybe was part of the suspicion. But I think also there's something about this sword that doesn't feel like I've been around swords. I am good with swords, but something about this one doesn't feel right. I think Shauna would have been probably the only person I would have told, been like, yo, Captain gave me this very customized sword and there's something going on with this sword.
And then she acts super weirder than usual. It's like, oh no.
Oh no. Shauna, does Shauna have it for the Captain? What is the sword? Dark magic?
Who doesn't have it for the Captain? That's true.
That's true. You have it for Simon. I forgot.
In or out game?
In game.
In game. Okay. Anyone else have any other questions?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. I have a question. Wait, where did it go? Okay. I have a question for you, Quentin.
I'm ready. Is this the one who Simon's plantation burned up?
No, this is the one where you technically all escaped from, and he's the governor. Also, his daughter, or his niece, Annabelle, is the Annabeth. Excuse me, not Annabeth, not Annabelle. Annabeth is canonically played by Olivia de Havilland and is the love interest for Captain Blood.
Oh, obviously I earned his favor by spilling secrets. So I'll read it. Colonel Bishop, governor of Jamaica, once spared you. How did you earn his favor? Yeah, just, told him some info. I squealed.
Oh no.
Was pressure applied to make you squeal? Or did you just...
So what it was is he was like, and what are we going to do with this man? And I was like, no, please. And he probably reached in his coat to grab a handkerchief. And I was like, I'll tell you anything. And he was like, oh, that was surprisingly easy.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay. Love it.
What secrets did you spill?
I mean...
All of them.
Maybe depending on, let's see, spared me. So would it be spared my life, Deirdre?
Probably spared your life or something else.
Let me think. What would I have told him? So I don't know what he would be interested in, but I might have ratted out Shauna that we had a nobleman's witch daughter running with us.
So is this before or after you escaped the plantation?
Probably after. I probably got caught in Port Royal or trying,
So you're trying to find your lady. And you got caught.
Yep. And they were like, "Give us something to spare your life, scum." And I was like, "Yeah, I know this nobleman's daughter who's a witch, and do with what you will."
I have one last question. Does anyone on the crew know that you squealed to avoid capture?
I'm trying to roll a dice here and roll 20. It's going really slow. Yes.
Oh.
Lindy knows.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Wow. It wasn't.
So I squealed and I had to
Shauna
tell somebody that I
scares me.
squealed.
No, Shauna's scary. We can't let her know this.
Is this how your friends like? "See, I want her off as well. Like I want her off the ship."
I squealed and I had to tell somebody I squealed.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm liking all of this. Thank you so much, y'all.
Yeah. And I know, but I'm too scared to tell Shauna. I'm like, I can't. Unless they directly ask me, I'm not going to say anything.
It's so good. The dice did it.
The dice did do it. The dice do it. Everything in this is fun.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep Lindy's character on the good side because you're definitely keeping a secret for her, right? Definitely keeping that secret.
Yeah.
That's true. You're just trading secrets with each other. Mutually assured destruction.
Mutually assured destruction. I can believe that. All right, then. Anyone else?
Good here.
Hey, Hey, Lindy.
Yes, me. Why do I fear the captain's attention? Huh. Well, I'm not used to attention, just generally at all. The captain's like real important. So it makes me nervous. It's more of like a, oh, I'm scared, what do they want me to do? Kind of like thing. Like, what have I done to attract your attention in this manner? It's not so much like I'm scared of the captain, more I'm just afraid of
Intention in general?
Yeah. The attention of someone so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I deserve this? Why are you paying attention to me? We're swapping the deck, I promise. I guess I fear that I'll get in trouble for having not done something or forgetting to do something or haven't done something up to the captain's level. So I'm scared.
I can see that. I can see that. Anyone else?
Does anybody else make you nervous, or just the captain?
I think that anyone of similar rank to the captain, so not just our captain, but like captains of other ships, just people, authority figures, make me nervous.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a serial killer afraid of authority figures, chat. You're correct.
We found out.
Yep.
Yep.
Happens.
I mean, authority figures got you into this whole mess, so I mean, it's
Probably.
founded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Have you ever attracted the captain's attention?
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Positive or negative?
Positive? I didn't know how to feel about that. We were raiding another vessel of pirates, French pirates, and was doing a real good job of beating people up, and it attracted the captain's attention. And I was expecting it to be a bad thing, but it actually turned out to be a positive thing. But I've tried to lay a little lower on the pummeling ever since then. Don't want to be noticed.
Okay.
It's just real good at murdering for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Just that.
Ow.
People
You're
just
very
seem to
good at
run
it.
into your weapons all the time.
They just get running into
Ran
it
into my knife
repeatedly.
10 times.
Yeah. So strange.
Good?
I don't
No,
like that
I
face.
can't plan these. I can't plan
Oh my
these.
god.
I can't!
Oh my god.
Serious perfection.
Not me.
Why do I love the captain's attention?
Because he's really hot.
Well, yeah, but actually,
Why do you see the captain as that father figure you never had?
I think I'm gonna go with that. I love the captain's attention because I grew up with my father was the captain of a merchant ship, and so would be away from home most of the time. And he would rarely come back home, and if so, wouldn't stay for long before having to sail again, either to the East or West Indies. And one day he just disappeared, never came back. As is probably the case for so many, the ship either ran aground somewhere, or he turned to piracy, or whatever. But Captain Blood bears a certain resemblance to my father,
Oh no.
physically. And so I see in him and in his attention, which is probably why I'm the problem child of the crew, because if he shows me attention, if he gives me any attention, it's like my own father. Like I can feel like that father figure I never had.
Yeah, like you try to go above and beyond. It's not that you're random, it's that you're just trying to impress him.
Yeah, oh, I never was random. I just...
Two
Yeah.
questions. One, when he was disappointed in you, did you take that even harder because of this father figure relationship?
Oh.
Oh, definitely.
And second question, Captain Blood is not your dad, right? They're not canonically, they're not the
Oh
same age.
no. Oh no.
I'm not doing your dad is what I'm asking.
Oh no.
Who knows?
Captain Daddy. Oh no.
I... No, because like I said, father was captain of a merchant ship. Blood was a
Yeah,
doctor and
and-
mercenary.
And
Okay.
Blood's probably too young.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check.
He just
know.
looks like my dad.
Because, calling him daddy has different implications if he's actually
But
your
like,
dad.
so he looks like what I remember my dad looked like when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not like it's even if you were to put like both of them together, like there would be a certain stretch of the imagination to go through, but like, starved for attention. So
I can't wait to see if your fathers are pirates. Like, it's good.
Father-child bonding over piracy.
Mm-hmm.
Father-child bonding over piracy.
Oh.
Ooh. So y'all, this is where Descended from the Queen games are fun. You just put this card in the deck and you never know where it shows up. So this is the final card, and you will all go around and have an opportunity to answer this question. Well, actually, usually for the Queen, you would go around and everyone would answer this question. I'm going to give you an opportunity to discuss as a crew. Do you, as a crew, accept King William has offered William and Mary fame has offered pardon in exchange for turning privateer against the French? Do you accept? Are you privateers or pirates?
I love the freedom of being a pirate. Of not having to answer to king or country. I would vote, and I figure with Blood's pirate code, like, we have to put that to a vote. And my character would be in the pirate camp.
Yeah.
Quentin has thoughts he wants to share.
Oh.
Watching Quentin's mind turn is a terrifying prospect.
So, my beloved obviously isn't a pirate. She's far too noble and law-abiding, to ever want her scoundrel like me. So being able to be like, look, honey, like, I'll be legit after this. Like, just one more job. Like, once this war's over, like, I'll be clean. Yeah, I'll be clean. I'm going to get a pardon. Like, I'll be good. So I think I would probably accept. That would be my vote. So I would have the option to be like, look, like, just after this, just after this, we'll be good. Then we can go, do the family thing somewhere.
I have a question. Side note question. Just a little side note question.
Mm-hmm.
Has this woman ever given you any indication that she has any affections for you whatsoever?
No.
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 None whatsoever. Probably didn't even know I existed. Like, I was probably like looking at her through like puppy dog eyes from like behind the mast. Like, didn't even know I was there.
Well, just checking.
Yeah. Does this woman know you exist? No.
No. I
So
look
so
for
far
in the
we
bottom
have-
of a bottle.
There are other people that you might find there. So we have one for pirate and one for privateer.
I think I might go with pirate. Like, she's never going to be even parted. She's never going to be accepted back. She's having too much fun with this.
And that whole witch thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially the witch. Like, she can't go back home. Ever.
I've been a privateer. I've lived that life, and there's some fun to it, but it is way better to be a pirate. And as much as I want my own ship, I don't think I would want to leave Captain Blood's general code and the pirate lifestyle to get it. I don't think I'm willing to compromise that hard.
Freedom.
Okay. Freedom, pirate.
Freedom.
That's
4 against 1.
Are you okay with this, Quentin?
Oh yeah, I'm totally okay with it. I'm just gonna get a special like wax sealed envelope that's like turn against your crew.
Oh.
We already know you'll squeal.
Like, are you sure we're going the right way?
I mean, it's
totally.
good.
I'm a navigator.
It's good to have an insurance a case like this, because like, yeah, you have that in the back. That's an option.
I'd also like to think that as a crew, we have a certain amount of loyalty to each other. That is not necessarily like, it's not like warm and fuzzy friendship necessarily, but it is a deep level of respect in the things that we've gone through, that like we all are aware that our navigator wouldn't mind being pardoned for some. I think the rest of us would kind of mock him a little bit behind his back, saying like, he's just got this weird like mermaid ghost of a lover thing going on.
Drawing
like,
photos.
I think we know this about him, and I think we accepted that like if there ever came a time that he wanted to go legit, like no one would hold it against him. But I think we're all just there's too much loyalty to each other to necessarily like go.
Yeah, and I figure part of the crew, like aside from us, the players, like part of the crew must have voted privateer as well.
Yeah.
Like it's, and I understand them. Like I don't think my character holds any grudges regarding those that voted, because look, it's you get all of your crimes pardoned. It's just, yeah, I don't care about that.
I want to save my chance to get pardoned for when I have even more crimes built up.
Yeah.
Right now,
Haven't started.
I have to get my money's worth of my pardon.
You're not a full captain yet.
I'm
so
not
wait
a
until
full
that.
captain yet.
Yeah,
I want that notoriety to my name first before I even consider a pardon.
And let's be slight. I am not assuming the gender of anyone who are there playing, but let's be honest, the English Navy is not going to accept women into their ranks.
Yeah, I would not do well in the English Navy because I'm a woman.
But, all right. So, for those of you wondering at home, we're still 17 cards in the deck. You could have continued playing for a while, but you just come to the end when that card just pops up. One thing I want to do before we finish off this session 0 is if we actually switch over to and we don't have any Roll20 visuals for this yet, but there are a couple questions I want to answer on each of your playbooks from the Rapscallion itself. For those of you wondering, Rapscallion is an ashcan of a PBTA game published by Magpie Games. Hashtag not sponsored, but I really love this, so I'm just telling you what we're playing. And so there are playbooks with all of them. Each of the players has a different playbook, and there are questions that tie in their backstories to each other. Now, looking at your questions, and then rank, we're going to talk about rank and bond. We'll kind of talk about that, how that works. We'll talk about rank and bond afterwards, but we're going to look at the questions right now. So, Shauna, why don't you let the players at home know what playbook you're playing?
I am playing the Mountebank.
Okay. And what are your questions?
Your demon is either soft-spoken and devilish, wild and loony, or eldritch and ancient. What is its current desire?
So what is your demon?
I'd like it to be soft-spoken and devilish. Let's get that.
Ooh. Thank you. Yeah, keep going.
And what is his current desire? Current desire is to strengthen it. Release it fully.
Oh, temptation and seduction all the way.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, and then why don't we just do all of your questions, then we'll do everyone else's all of their questions together. Does that work?
Yeah, sounds good.
Less scrolling for me. So then each of you get a kit. You can choose what your kit you want after the fact, but your second question, Shauna.
In addition to your kit, you have a dark token that was given to you by your demon, representing your contract. Why did you make the deal? A, I wanted to live, but B, I wanted to live on my own terms, not with my stifling family.
Freedom and control.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So, dark token.
And,
That's it.
yeah. You can figure out what your token will be. We'll find images.
Yeah, I'll have to think good on that because I need a good spooky item for that.
Yeah, I'll let you figure that out. Something easily transported.
I will have to browse the trinket box that I have for something spooky looking.
Ooh, I like that idea. And then, so which of your crewmates did you tell your secret to? Well, all of them. All of them know that you're a witch.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I will let Lindsay's character know more because I know it scares her.
Cool.
She's like, yeah, if that scared you, wait till I do something else.
Mm-hmm. And then you have
Demon
two
says
rank-
this today.
Yeah.
The demon says this today.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Ooh, I like that.
Mhm.
You begin with 2 rank that you can allocate to your crewmates, your demon, or to both. Who do you have rank with? Rank are like in PBTA games are ties, and you can spend rank to get things from other players.
I think I'm going to split it between the demon and Simon's character because I think she does have a soft spot for Simon's character.
Okay. So you have 1 rank with the demon.
Mm-hmm. My terrible, terrible creature.
That's good to know. Things that I have. All right. So Simon, you have 1 rank with Shauna's character.
Are ranks both ways?
No. This is rank that she has on you that she can spend
Oh,
to.
okay.
And then you'll have rank that you can choose to do. They're ties, right? Bonds, ties.
Yeah, no,
rank.
that's okay. It's just for the way I'm gonna write it in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has rank over. Technically,
She
the
has
way to think
ranks
about it
over
is she
me.
has rank over you. Yeah, she has 1
okay.
rank over you.
Cool.
That she can spend to do something.
All right.
And then Alyssa, which playbook did you go with for the one Friends at Home?
I went with the captain. So I am leaning into this captain lore.
Okay. Why don't you go with your questions?
In addition to your kit, you have 1 mysterious old map claiming to lead to treasure. How did you attain it? I think I did a bad thing, and when we were in Port Royal, I was sort of maybe a little bit on a mission for Captain Blood to drop something off to Annabeth, and when I dropped off his favor to her, which was just, notes and general romantic garbage that I didn't understand, she had a map that I don't think she realized was as important or powerful as she realized, and I nicked it from her.
Yep.
I stole it.
You stole it. I'm going to tell you 2 things about this map. Straight off the bat. I'll let you put the X on the treasure map on the world map before next week when we put it up, when you have the actual game world map up. That's just side number 1. There is writing on it that you cannot read.
Okay.
You're a literate character, but you know that this is in a language that you cannot read, and that it is made of leather of some sort. It's a skin of some sort.
It's a nice map. And she's not leaving Port Royal. Just taking it.
What's your next question?
You possess a treasure, a business, or a title. Who did you sacrifice to get it?
Well,
I technically have a major claim in a spice business. That's part of the reason I ended up in the rebellion and ended up on the ship that I did and ended up in the colony with everybody else, was that I kind of maybe came by this business title in an ill-gotten way, but I have a major stake in a spice business in Jamaica and just like the general area. So every time we plunder one of those ships, I technically watch my own stock go down.
No.
But
Or your insurance claims go up.
I also can't really do anything with it because the business technically belongs to my brother, and he gets all of my claims on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. We have a great relationship. We haven't spoken in like 5 years, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
This is your ship. How did it come into your possession?
Hard work. All of the, yes, I have a very personal relationship with Captain Blood, but I endeared myself with hard work and try, being somebody that has been around ships most of their life and everything. This has been my dream since I was a child. I have earned this ship. I even if there was a little bit of bias because of certain other relationships, I don't necessarily care because all I cared about was getting this ship. So this is from Captain Blood. I have my ship. This is my baby.
You have your ship. And then you begin with 1 rank with the ship, which we'll just hold on. You have 1 rank over the ship.
My ship.
And then you have 4 rank to allocate to your crewmates. Who do you have rank with? You can't go over 3 on a single person.
I think because I know he is given to squealing and also was not necessarily interested in the pirate life, I'm giving 1 rank to Quentin, but also because I value his expertise as a navigator. So this is not just like trying to cover my own ass. It's I actually legitimately value what he does and what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
The ship, I really want to be a good and fair captain, and so I will absolutely value people for what they offer. I think I'll pass on 1 to Simon because, he might not be good with the guns, but he's got to be good for everything else. You got to trust him.
A master with the sword.
Listen,
I have practiced my thrusts quite a lot.
Oh boy, it's getting hot in these Savannah nights. I still have 2 rank to go. I think I'll have one with Shauna, 1 with Lindy. I want to build a loyal and good crew.
Okay. So you have 1 rank over every member of your crew.
Yeah, it is 100% a little bit of a power play, but it's also like I genuinely value my crew for what they can do. Shauna's a terrifying witch. Lindy murders people. These are good qualities to have in a pirate crew.
Real good at following orders. Real good.
Yeah.
Simon is apparently very good at finding you ships to raid.
Quentin gets us there. Simon finds the ship that we need to get. Quentin gets us there. Shauna uses dark magic to control the ship, and Lindy follows orders and kills people. It works.
Great.
Everything works great for me.
All right, then, Quentin. What playbook did you take?
The Navigator.
Okay.
And my... Oh, go ahead.
Yep. No, go.
Oh, my first question is, sometimes you talk to this ship. What secrets does it tell you? And I want to say it tells me, with everyone's permission, like secrets of the crew, but it doesn't say who. So that's how I know that somebody's like, the ship's like, like, hey, somebody's leaking secrets to the English. And I'm like, but who is it? And the ship doesn't say anything.
So, do you have a Jack Sparrow relationship with the Pearl?
Probably.
With this ship?
I'm just like, tell me your secrets.
It's still my ship.
Okay. And next up?
The next one, it says, you're an open radio channel for the stars. On a specific trigger, you're compelled to have a draining vision of another place, time, person. Is it all three of those, or do I pick one?
You pick one. And then I'll tell you what the trigger is later.
Obviously, it's going to be the woman from my past.
The nun that you don't know is a nun yet. Cool.
So when yes.
There's some fate involved in there, and you're not sure. Is it about why she keeps showing up in your visions?
Why is Simon's character in there also? Why?
Who is this handsome man next to her?
That I can't tell from the back. I only see her from the back. See him from the back. Next up.
You've been given a dark prophecy about the ship, a crewmate, an enemy. What did you see, and how can you prevent it?
Well, first of all, who's it about?
Yeah. The ship or a crewmate? I'll say... Oh gosh, it's so good. There's so many ways I could do this. I'll say a crewmate. And it's Alyssa, Jacques Cousteau. Like, he has like a secret plan to murder or foil or something to her. And how can I prevent it? By making sure she's not there for it. So there's probably like some big like pirate gathering or festival or something that we're supposed to be at. And I'm like, no, Alyssa, you can't go. She's like, why? And I'm like, because I
the
saw
trade
it.
winds this time of year, and look, it's not physically possible. We'll be late. We'll miss it. Oh,
But I want to go to the party with the pirates.
And be like, nobody's going to be there I'm interested in.
Ooh.
Good to know. And then you begin with 2 rank with your ship. So you have more rank with the ship than the captain does.
I'm not emotional about that at all.
1 rank to allocate to a crewmate. Who do you have rank with?
I would say I have a rank with Lindy just from our backstory together.
See, this is why I wanted to do it this way, and now you have the backstory reason to go
I
with
saved
what
your
you did.
life, and you told me you squealed on Shauna.
Yep.
Yep. All right, then going back to the other side, Lindy,
This me.
is you.
Is me.
Which playbook did you pick?
I picked the Matalot. Yeah, so my questions are, you will protect, I'm guessing that's an option of 3, the ship of one of these 3, the ship, a crewmate, or a lackey. I'm going to pick a crewmate, and it's going to be Simon's character, because I feel that kind of indebtedness to him, because he saved me from the plantation. And the follow-up question is, when have you failed to do so in the past? Look, I didn't know that he got that drunk, and I didn't know those kegs of were of gunpowder. I thought they were water barrels. I would put a stop to it sooner, but I didn't. Then he got in trouble with the captain.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
feel a little bad about
Good
that.
to know. Good to know.
So, another question is, in addition to your kit, you possess a token of affection or the promise of a favor from an old friend. I think I have a ring. My accomplice's ring from the secret society they were a part of. Follow-up question is, what faction does this friend represent? Secret society. I was sat in the lobby during the meeting, so I don't really know what they're about. Did have something to do with the serial murders, though. I know that much.
Illuminati.
Something.
No,
I don't know.
It's not.
Is it
Oh
the
God, it's gonna be even better than that.
Mark the location on the world map. So that's
Yeah,
you,
we'll do that.
DM.
I'll
There's
do-
some
well-
fuel for you. So I've got a the secret society ring. That I don't know who
It's
they are, what they do. I just know I've murdered some for them probably in the past. I don't
I'm gonna whisper you the picture of what the ring
Yes.
looks like later.
know. Wonderful.
I know exactly what this is gonna be.
Lovely. I'm so glad. Next question is, the sea has done things to you. What superstition will you follow at all costs? So I Googled some wonderful sailing superstitions, and this one was just too perfect. Eggshells. Eggshells had to be broken into tiny pieces once an egg was cracked open. This was meant to stop witches coming to the ship to sail in the pieces of the shell.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Yeah, we already have one. We can't have any more. So I've got to break up all the eggshells into really tiny pieces. 'Cause someone didn't do it once, and now we have Shauna. So, like, can't let that happen again. I'm scared.
Listen, I'm just not superstitious. It was one time.
And look, this is what happened.
I like having a witch on our side. It gives us that spooky can-do attitude.
It's sure is spooky. So that's the superstition because it was just really too perfect.
I think that is perfect. And then you begin with 1 rank with your ship,
Yay.
and 3 rank you can allocate to your crewmates. Who do you have rank with?
Does that have to be 1 per person, or can I?
No, you can spend. They can't have more
Cool.
than 3.
Okay, 1 rank with Quentin, because we're secret buddies. And then 2 rank with Simon, because, save my life and maybe crush.
Cool.
So those are ranks
Cool.
that you have over me?
Yes.
Okay.
That she can spend
To make me do something for her. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 2 rank with you, 1 rank with our navigator.
It's how that works out.
Because Shauna's a witch and she scares me, and then our captain is an authority figure and it also kind of scares me. So.
Yeah, and so she would not be able to have authority over them.
Nope.
All right. Hey, Simon.
Hi.
Which one did you pick?
So I picked the swashbuckler. So to go through my questions, you are a creature of passion. Which crewmate is your greatest rival? Whose is your love interest? And whose is your close companion? They each take 1 rank with you. So my greatest rival is rival for Captain Blood's attention, and it's Alyssa.
Makes sense.
So she has 1 rank over me.
So you add 1 more rank to what yours. So you now have 2 on him.
I have to fix something. Shauna and Lindy. Okay. Who's my love interest among the crew? That would secretly be Lindy's character.
We don't know. We can't say.
But I am
I love
aloof.
this. Keep going.
Who's my close
Keep going.
companion? That would be Shauna's character. We are both creatures that don't fit in society, don't abide by all these rules. So yeah. Thank you for the sub, the Gambit. My next question is, in addition to your kit, you possess a signature weapon, your most precious and powerful possession. Pick a weapon that you can use. That would be my rapier. And what
Yep.
is so strange about it is that I think I can hear a mermaid sing through the blade.
You can hear who sing?
A mermaid.
Ooh, mermaid. Okay.
I don't know.
I
It
like
might just
that.
me going mad. But
Well,
sometimes
you
I
never
just
know.
like hold the rapier to my ear like a seashell. And no, my greatest weapon is not. But the rapier is my penis. You know someone important from a faction. Who is it? It's going to be... The faction is the English Navy. We don't have the name yet of who it is exactly, but how do they feel about you? They feel like I've betrayed them.
So this is not the friend that you sell out your crew to.
No. That's...
So it's another member of the English Navy.
Oh, no,
Good to
no,
know.
that's actually... No, that's the same person that yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they feel like I've betrayed the Navy by siding with the pirates and not accepting the pardon.
Ooh, yeah.
And I begin with 3 ranks to allocate to your crewmates. Who do I have rank with? So I chose to have ranks over Quentin, who's our navigator, who I'm going to keep a close eye on because he might be on to me. I chose 1 rank on Shauna because of buddy buddy and companionship, and 1 rank over Lindy because I figure that because of this big crush that she has on me, sometimes if I do say, like, I say something or ask her to do something, she's more liable to do it because of who I am to her.
Yeah.
And
probably.
as for my special, I am part of the Painted Guild, the Guild of Intimate
Yeah, there you go.
Companionship.
There we go. The rest of you can also pick your specials if you haven't yet. But yes, there we go.
Yes. Oh, this sounds great.
So, I am Inara.
Yeah, you are. So, did any of the rest of you pick your specials, and did you want to share them?
Oh yeah.
I picked it and I'm not sharing.
Okay, that works.
I'll say it. I picked the Infernal Hunger one.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes. That
Oh,
is...
it's-
All right.
it's
Yeah, the...
terrifying.
What?
Hunger.
I just read it.
No wonder
I'm on
you
the ship
scare
with
me.
you.
You probably told me about that, and I'm like,
I mean, your demon has to come out somehow.
Yeah.
For those of you who would like to know at home, Infernal
buddy.
Hunger. You have a second mouth where it shouldn't be. Whenever you feed the mouth living flesh, take 3 harm to enhance your senses for the next scene. During this time, you can see, hear, and smell everything in a wide radius, even in pitch darkness. You can sense incoming danger, and you may strike or shoot using Spitfire. But you take 3 harm to do so. I mean, I'm assuming you have to probably to feed it your own flesh. You know, magic is
Or
hard.
just a bird. Whatever.
Yeah, you know, whatever.
Scary.
Thanks.
So I'm a little torn, but I think I have it figured out. I was gonna pick Ghost, and that's why she never saw me. Was that I was a specter and she couldn't see me. But I think I am gonna go with Master Cartographer.
Whenever
But I
you enter
really, really like the Ghost.
we can see what happens. There might be other ghosts.
Oh, please tell me
You-
Quentin is not haunted again.
I feel like that's just gonna be how Saturdays are for haunting Quentin.
The ship talks to me.
My ship.
What does the ship tell
Why
me?
do we always have a sibling rivalry too? Now I'm fighting over the possession of my ship.
You're fighting over possession of the ship. You're fighting over Captain Blood. You're.
I guess that it's appropriate to say that I chose Titan Killer for my special. That I have killed a Leviathan and I have its blood on my hands. But I can breathe underwater.
But that
So
might
that's-
not. And you have violent nightly prophetic dreams.
Yeah. So, you know, it could be worse.
Yep. It could definitely be worse. It could definitely be worse. But
Although I would argue that the Titan having killed a Leviathan, that was part of Cousteau's and my rivalry, is that we were both going after the Leviathan, and I was the one that landed the killing blow, and that definitely pissed him off.
probably. Definitely. I will say then that is the last thing we need to do online for character creation before we come back next week with pirates and adventure on the high seas in the Caribbean. But we'll talk a little bit offline about the last little couple minutes of stuff, and then but have fun, everyone.
Oh yeah, definitely had a whole lot of fun, and I'm
Absolutely
looking forward to this.
Yes.
There is so much drama, like just innately woven in very nicely, and it's gonna work out great.
Place your bets now, people, how explosive this is going to end at the end of the next 8 weeks.
Wink, nudge, wink.
We'll see about that.
Yep. All right, that's me. Now it's Simon's.
Yes, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to those of you that stayed up past the time of the stream. I know that we've extended for about 15 minutes, but thank you so much to all of you who hung out, who subscribed, who followed, who rated. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Magen Press, Found Familiar, Roll20, our partners through the Diceomancy program, Level Up Dice. Thank you so much to all of you players for coming and on a Saturday early afternoon or morning for Quentin and taking part in this adventure. Let's just go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet. I am Simon at Wandering DM, and we're streaming here every day except Wednesdays for now and Sundays. And you can catch us playing a variety of games. Next Friday, we are going to be making we're having a special Cyberpunk session where we are creating characters using the official unreleased full character creation rules from the Cyberpunk Red rulebook. It is a first. I think we're going to be the only one, perhaps, in the world. So you might want to check that out. Let's go around the overlay. We'll do clockwise. We'll start with the person beneath me on the overlay. We'll start with Shauna. Hi.
All right. Yeah. Great. Yeah, I'm Shauna, Flying Cirrus on Twitter. I have my games and art, which can be seen on the Wednesday Dragon Age game channel, as probably a few things coming up, as well as I don't have any current games, but I am preparing to GM Coriolis game on kind of roleplay on starting on the 19th, Last Horizon. So it's spooky space, kind of Firefly-ish, expansive stuff. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun.
Nice. Thank you for coming, Shauna. Next up is Alyssa.
Hey everyone, I'm Xander Slamilton on all the things, and I'm so grateful that we're doing this again. I have missed my Saturdays with y'all. I'm excited to be the strange band of pirates. That's it for me right now. I'll be around though.
Well, thanks for coming, Alyssa. Quentin.
Yeah. Hi again, everyone. It's been some weeks since we were all edgy vampires, so I'm glad to be back. Simon, thank you for having me again. Deirdre, as always, I'm so looking forward to your jamming style, and everyone here. The character creation was a great time. I'm at Thragon in chat and on Twitter. I don't post a whole lot, but I'm like a bot that they can't prove is a bot, but I like everything and retweet everything that I see that everybody's doing. So, keep doing good stuff, everyone.
Thank you for coming, Quentin. Deirdre.
I couldn't find the mute button. Sorry, y'all. Hey, y'all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter, or Praxagorth has me for you, as you see me around on Twitch. And I get to have fun and hang out with my friends. And I'm glad everyone enjoyed this so far. As for me, you can find me here a lot, because I get to hang out with all my friends here, because these are fun things that we get to do. You can find me on Wednesdays over on Wandering D. Not here. Here's Wandering DM. On Wednesdays, I am over on Tales from the Grim for Witcher Family of Wraiths with Alindy and fabulous fun. And on my channel in the mornings, you can usually find us doing some classics on Twitch. And this week, we're going to be doing a little bit fun thing. We are also going to be doing a short game of firebrands and a hack of firebrands that I wrote among the Phoenicians. That's going to be Wednesday morning over on my channel. But keep an eye on my Twitter, because I always post where I'm going to be, all the fun things I get to do, and all the fun people I get to hang out with. And that's me.
Thank you for coming, Deirdre. And last but not least, Lindy.
That's me. Hi. Yes, I'm Lindy. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy. I'm super excited about this pirate game. I'm loving my character and all the secret things that Deirdre and I have already messaged back and forth on. It's great. Off to a good start. Cannot wait. Yeah, LaughLoveLindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I play in and GM a lot of tabletop RPGs. You can find me every Monday and Tuesday on my channel playing D&D 5e. Find me with Prax on Wednesdays for Witcher. You can also find us on next Saturday before this game. So about an hour or two earlier in the morning. I think we start at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Eastern. There'll be an announcement for our once-a-month Teenagers from Outer Space game from our Talsorian Games. It's a super fun, lighthearted, almost like Saturday morning cartoons game. So if you want something super fun to watch before this game next week, check that out. It's going to be great.
Nice. Thank you for coming, Lindy. Thank you to all of you in chat. Thank you to you watching on YouTube. We will be back next Saturday for some more pirates. In the meantime, have a great weekend, everyone. And we'll see you back on this channel on Monday for Legacy. Bye-bye.